right, kindergartners, today we're going to use found objects to assemble a face. You can see that I have a box full of stuff, all different kinds of stuff. And I want to look through here and find things that I could use for facial features. For example, this circle to me, I think could be an eye if I put it like that. Maybe this will be my other eye because you can see there's a negative space there that is a circle. So I have a circle there and a circle here. I'm looking for something that is shaped like a nose. Here's a piece of cardboard that I think would be a good nose. And then I'm looking for a mouth. Here I see a Lego piece that I think could be a mouth. Now I'm going to look for something that could be the outline of the face, and I think I'm going to use yarn. Something else I could do is use a shape like this and build my face on top of it, like eyes, nose, and mouth, something like that. But I want mine to be directly on the table. So I'm going to use this piece of yarn, and that's the outline of my face. Now I need ears. I'm going to use these little tiles here to be ears. And I think I'm going to make this somebody with short hair, so I'm going to use these little pieces to be their hair. All right, now I have a found object face, and I'm going to do something called an observation drawing. Observation means you look while you draw. We're going to be using a Sharpie marker. These are permanent markers. And I'm going to start with the outline of my face. So I'm going to draw, I have a piece of yarn here. And I think I'm going to make it look like it's doubled up so you can tell it's a piece of yarn rather than making it just a line. But just a line would be okay. Here's my other piece of yarn that meets up with it. If it's not perfect, that's okay. Not a big deal. Now I'm going to make this eye. That eye has a square shape. So I'm going to make the outline of a square, and it has a circle in the middle. I noticed that it has two lines on it, so I'm going to draw those. Then I have this bottle cap. It has a white outline and blue in the middle, so I'm going to draw that. I have that piece of cardboard that's shaped like a triangle for the nose. And I have that cool Lego piece for the mouth, and it has little circles in it. And maybe I'll even draw on top where you can see where I would interlock that Lego. I have ears and these little diamond shapes for hair. Now I have an observational drawing, meaning I looked. And I'm done with these found objects so I can clean them up. The next step is going to be adding color. Now I'm going to be using texture to color my face. Texture is how something feels, and we have these special tools called texture plates. They're plates that have little bumps on them, and the way you use it is you put it underneath what you're going to color, and I can feel with my hand that the texture plate is underneath, it's bumpy. Then I'm going to use these crayons to color. As I color, the texture of the object underneath will show through. I don't need to color this the same as what my my actual found object was. I didn't have a green nose, but I'm gonna make it green. And when I get here, look, the texture plate isn't really under there, so I'm gonna move my drawing over so I get that texture. You'll really get to see the texture well when I color a large area. And again, I'm gonna move it so my mouth is on top of where that texture is. And I'm gonna color that Lego piece. Now I'm gonna do a big area and you'll really get to see the texture. I'm gonna color the face itself. And you can see that it looks bumpy because I have that texture plate happening underneath. I'm gonna color my ears, so I'm moving it over so the texture plate is underneath. I'm gonna go to my other ear. I'm going to do that piece of yarn. And then I'm gonna do little bits of hair. I'm also gonna use texture plates for my background. The background is not the back of your paper. The background is what is behind your subject. The subject in this case is a face. So I'm using my crayon and I'm laying it on the side like that to do a large area. This works better to fill in a big area with a texture plate than using the end or the tip like you normally would when you're drawing or coloring. And I'm just gonna fill like that until my whole paper is full of color and texture. So I have a found object piece of art that I made an observational drawing of, and I used color and texture to complete my work. Great job.